All right, guys, fire away with Coach Taylor.
Hey, Coach. What do you think was the biggest difference between last night's game and tonight's game?
I think we were a little more focused and a little more disciplined. And I think we took care of our reception just a little bit better. We passed a little bit better tonight than we did the night previously, and probably making some better decisions when we're attacking when we are out of system. Last night, probably too many errors. But yeah, just a little bit sharper volleyball. Could have been better, but we were definitely more disciplined tonight, which was great.
All right, and you guys dropped the third set last night, won it tonight. So how important was it to win that third set and finally, put it in?
Yeah, yeah. When you got those tight sets like that and you're going to the deuce, really it just becomes a test of your discipline and your grit. And we had those two things, which allowed us to win, the first and third in deuce. So that was big time for us.
All right, thank you. That's all I got for you.
All right, Matt. Thanks, man.
Coach, talk about the first set. Arkansas had 3 set points, but you guys came back and took that first set. How big was that to get a momentum going into set 2?
Yeah, it was big, and that's a good point. They got 3 opportunities to score, and we held them off 3 times in a row, and that's big for us. And volleyball is a side-out game. If you can side out, you stay in a match, and really holding them from siding out was pretty big time. We were disciplined. We got some positive touches off the block, which allowed us to get good digs in transition and, eventually get kills. So it was big time for us. And I think it's one of those things where you kind of realize, hey, we can thrive in these tough situations. And so it was big time for morale.
Coach, were you a little worried that the girls might be a little tired from that 5-set match last night coming into tonight?
Yeah. I hope not. They all went to sleep last night, so they should have been rested. But no, they're doing a good job. And it's one of those things we're still getting used to, which is 2 matches back to back. And, Kylie and Dixon both took some high volume swings, and they did again tonight. It's just one of those things. We got 3 days off in a row. So, we had to take care of the night, and we can be tired later.
What about DeBerg's performance the last 2 matches? Last 2 matches, 48 kills, 27 digs. Yeah. You can't get any better than that.
Yeah, she's doing really good. The best players are at their best when their best is needed, and we needed her to be at her best these last 2 matches, and she was there for us, and that's what great players do. She just did fantastic. I'm really, really proud of her.
And Fuentes had 45 assists tonight. She was also a big part of your game too.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think, I think she set really nicely last night. I think some of our decision-making as attackers wasn't as good as it was last night as it was tonight. And, she was delivering very killable balls in trans and serve receive. And, our attackers were making some really nice decisions. And when you got a set like that, you should be killing the ball.
Kind of more of a bigger picture question for you. How tough is it? You kind of alluded to it a little bit, playing 2 matches back to back like this, especially with the type of all conference season you guys have going right now.
Yeah, I think it's probably the best prep for the NCAA tournament that we could have, because that's when you start playing back to back nights, and that's again a little too far ahead. But I think what's nice is, and what's going to be good for us in the long run, is it requires us to be good 2 days in a row. And you can't have any drop off on night 2. And if you've got a not so great night on night 1, you got to be improving on that. And really, I think it's just going to be good for our girls' development when it comes to, the mental side of the game.
Mm-hmm. Was the preparation, for that any different than it would be preseason, or, was it pretty much same mentality going in?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I think it's the same. We got to be doing the right things all the time, and we got to be disciplined, and we got to be putting our focus in the right spot. And you've got to reset quickly. After that first match is done, you've got to start preparing mentally for night 2. And I think our girls did a nice job of that, and my staff's doing an excellent job as well. So it's mentally grueling more than physically, and I think we took care of that. And that's the difference between a 5-set match and a 3-set match.
As a team, obviously different results between Kentucky and these past 2 games. What do you think as a team you saw them do differently in these 2 different games, but obviously 2 different teams, but what do you feel like?
Yeah, I thought they did a really nice job. Between those Kentucky matches and these matches, we had Tiana tear ACL. We had Leck decide that she wanted to opt out because of COVID. And we had Jaden break her hand. So all of that in the span of a couple days after losing 2 big matches. It would have been really easy to fold and allow that to define us. But the girls did a really nice job of relying on one another and fighting through adversity. So proud of their toughness. It's life's hard as it is, but with COVID, with the election, with everything going on in the world, and on top of losing 3 teammates, it's very grueling. So I'm really proud of them.
That's all I got for you. Thanks.
Cool. Thank you, everybody.
Josh.
Thanks.
Andrea.
Have a great weekend, Andy.
Yes, thank you.